don't leave your locker open. She made me do push-ups in front of everybody. She has the nerve to walk up and say, shut the fuck up. I'm calling my mom. I'm like, Mom, I don't have that much time. We hit the club and this cops full of jealous. We in the bag and we bugging the TI. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you guys can tell by the title, today I will be giving basic training advice / my basic training experience. I know it's been a long time no see. This whole time I've been in the army. It's been a lot. It's been a tough experience, but now your girl is finally in big army, so I feel like I can give you guys some tips. Before I go into this video, of course, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, so first things first. Let's start before I even went into the military. Before I even went into the military, your girl was in college. I'm sure y'all probably seen some vlogs. If not, you can scroll on my page and see some vlogs when I was in college, when I moved in, all of that crazy stuff. But then afterwards, I noticed college was racking up. I had scholarships, but the scholarships weren't covering the fees for college. So I ended up dropping out. And then I ended up, your girl went on a spiral. I started partying, drinking, doing all this crazy shit. Ooh, excuse my language. Doing all this crazy stuff. And my mom had to sit down and talk to me and was just like, Naya, you need to get your life together. I cried, boohoo cried, and I was like, yeah. I was gaining weight. Your girl been skinny all her life, and I had gained like 30 pounds. Like, no lie. So then I was just like, I'm gonna join the army. Mind you, my mom is retired from the army. She was a retired warrant officer. My whole life, I always said I never want to join no type of military, nothing. I don't want nothing to do with the military. It's not because of what I've seen, but it was just like, I didn't want to go down the path. Like, I just didn't want to do that path. So when my mom heard it, she was like, wait, I know I said get your life together, but that didn't mean join the army. But she was very supportive. So 2 weeks from that, I ended up scheduling an appointment with the recruiter. I was so nervous. I was so nervous. Like, I went in and it was cool. Like, it felt like I belonged there. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was like, okay. I had already made up in my mind. Once I make up in my mind that I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. I had already made up in my mind I was going to join. So I went to the recruiter. They took my weight, of course. Your girl was a little overweight, but they took my weight and stuff like that. And then after, I had to schedule some more recruiter appointments and stuff like that, just to get like some paperwork and things like that. So then my recruiter, he was a pretty good recruiter. He suggested this thing to me called the PICAT. The PICAT is basically a shorter version of the ASVAB, to where you can take the PICAT in the recruiter office, then when you go to MEPS, all you have to do is confirm your score. So at the time, it was my boyfriend. We went and took the test at the same time. I'm over here thinking, you know, I'm gonna get a 50 something, a 60, something like that, because I was studying, but not really studying. Like, the ASVAB is really mainly just high school material, and since most of my high school experience was in college, most of my high school experience was COVID, I didn't really learn anything from 10th grade to 12th. Now, I still had good grades, of course, that's why I went to college, but I didn't learn that much stuff when it came to high school, so I kind of breezed over it when it came to studying. So I would suggest, like, when you are studying for the ASVAB, there are online practice tests and things like that, but it's really just math and reading comprehension that you need to focus on. That's literally the main two, because really the other stuff matter, but those are the main subjects that you have to focus on. I'm gonna tell you later on, you're gonna figure out how I know that stuff. So when I went into the recruiter office, I think it was the ASVAB or something like, it was the ASVAB. And then it was probably it was like 3 hours and things like that. So after I'm done with my test, me and my boyfriend, we're sitting next to each other, and they're like, we're waiting to get our results. So we see the recruiter coming. He has like a look on his face. We're like trying to figure out, okay, who failed? Which one? Between me and you, who failed? So I'm over here like looking at him like, It's probably I was just playing, but nah, I was like, it can't be me. Like, it can't be me. I really kind of tried a little bit to study. So then he's like, he starts talking about this program. Like, he said, it's this program called O9 Mic. You know, it's for people who didn't score that high on the ASVAB. And I'm like, okay, baby, why are you telling me this? Like, I don't need to know this because I passed. So like, you know, he writes on a piece of paper what my score is. Then he slides it to me. He shows me my score. It was a 29.
Oh!
You need a 31. So then I'm like, so then he slides my boyfriend at the time, his paper. He got like a 54. I cried. No, I didn't cry yet. I was upset. Like, my face was distraught. Literally. Like, I was just like, there's no way. Like, it has to be a mistake. Mind you, my weakest subject is math. So like, I'm just like, what the? I was so upset. He was like, I can enter this program called O9 Mic. So then we scheduled to go to MEPS 2 weeks after that. So I went to MEPS, then my boyfriend went the next day. So I went to MEPS. First of all, when I went to MEPS, when you go to MEPS, the first day you go there, you confirm your score. Well, for me, since I did the PICAT, the first day I just confirmed my test scores, and you have to wait in this lounge all day. Like, so I got there around like 9, took the little PICAT around like 11, was done by like 12. Then you wait in like the lobby waiting area until like 4, and then that night you spend the night at the hotel. The next day is when you're supposed to get like health and all that stuff done, like shots and all that stuff. So the next day I go to start the process. My name gets called. I'm like, what? Mind you, they're giving a brief at the time of what's gonna happen and stuff like that. My name gets called, and I'm like, okay. They're like, your recruiter didn't put the right date for you to come. You're supposed to be here tomorrow.
Oh!
I'm like, what? What do you mean? I don't tell me I just did all of that for nothing. So they're like, yeah, you're just gonna have to come back tomorrow. No, I'm sorry. Mind you, so I called my recruiter. I'm like, they're saying that you didn't do the date right. So I'm already like pissed off at my recruiter because I'm like, you did something wrong. Whole time, when my recruiter put them on the phone, they made the mistake and put me for tomorrow. By that time, I already done missed half the day. When you miss most of the stuff you have to do, you have to just come another day. It's no trying to squeeze in. They're gonna make you come another day. So they're like, you can just stay today and stay the night again tonight and then come back tomorrow, or you can just go home and just come back tomorrow morning. So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna come back tomorrow morning. So the next day, I come back the next morning. I go to get some health tests done. Everything's going good. Like, did my P test, hearing, and all that stuff. Everything's going good. Until I go to the back, and you know how your recruiter tells you, do not say nothing about your medical record. I didn't say nothing, and my doctor was like, oh, you have problems with your knee? I'm like, no, I never had a problem with my knee. Mind you, y'all, I was a whole volleyball player like most of my life. I did in college, I was a whole volleyball player. She's like, in my records it said you had this. I can't let you pass because you have. I'm like, no. So they temporarily denied me.
Oh.
I was sick. So then I had to get some, when I went home, I had to get some documents proving that I was fit to be in the military for this knee problem. My doctor had to basically say, this girl does not have this injury anymore. She can go to basic training. I had the documents, but I sent it to my recruiter, but he was like, the O9 Mic program closed, so you're gonna have to wait until it opens back up. I'm like, when does it open back up? Any day now. I'm like, no. Mind y'all, my boyfriend started turning to my fiance. So my fiance, he already got his date and he was leaving in August. By this time, it was like July. So I'm like, so we're gonna leave like at separate times? Like, don't tell me that. Like, do not tell me that. Like, I'm just freaking out. Like, I'm like, so then a couple of weeks go past. I'm like, I'm starting to accept, like, we're gonna leave at totally different times. So August comes. The first week, I'm like, damn. Second week, your girl got her date to leave. I ended up swearing in at MEPS. I ended up, so when you do online mic, you don't pick your job right away. You have to pick it when you go to online mic, of course, because you have to retake the ASVAB. So then, after that, my boyfriend left, well, my fiance at the time left in August. I was heartbroken. Then I left in October. Woo! Finally. So let me walk you through that day. So before I left, I got some straight backs in my head because I was going on TikTok just seeing what hairstyle I should do for basic training, and everybody was saying do straight backs, do straight backs, do straight backs. I've never had straight backs a day in my life, mainly because I have a big head, so I don't like how certain hairstyles look on my head. Like, I just can't. So I got straight backs. I hated them because I hated how it looked on my head. Anyways, so then I got my hair braided. I had a going away party and all this stuff. Then it was time for me to leave. My mom took me to the recruiting station. We boohoo cried the whole time. Then that day I went to MEPS. Yes, you go back to MEPS. I went to MEPS and went to the hotel. We spent the night at the hotel. It wasn't that long ago, but it was long ago. Spent the night at the hotel. The next day they had to do pregnancy tests just to make sure, like, you're not pregnant before you leave again, because anything could have happened between the day that you swore in to the day that you left. Y'all, it was somebody that was pregnant.
Oh!
That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, you worked your ass off to this point, and now you just blessing in disguise for somebody. I don't know. But then after that, we did the test. Later on that day, since I'm from Atlanta, we got a bus from Atlanta to Fort Jackson. Bus ride is probably like about 4 hours. I didn't sleep on the bus ride because I'm like, I'm not about to have my phone, so I'm not going to sleep. I got to text I couldn't even text my man because my man was in basic training. But I'm just texting my mom and just updating them and just like, oh my God, like just processing everything, because I couldn't wait for this moment, because I went through, my whole process was a lot. So I'm just like, I can't wait for this moment, like so excited. So then we finally arrived at Fort Jackson, the place I was gonna be for the next 4 months. So we arrived there. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was gonna be like how the videos are, like the drill sergeant running and get off the bus, get off the bus, get off the bus. Not for reception, it wasn't nothing like that. They were like, come on, come get off the bus. Then we lined up on the little feet squares, or whatever you want to call it. Then we waited in his church, got an MRE. My first time having an MRE, it was nasty. I'm like, because they didn't let us heat up our food. So I'm just like, ew, like, I can't do this. Ugh. Like, I'm big on texture, I'm big on taste. I'm like, ugh. And it wasn't even nasty. It was like the texture. Since you can't heat up the food, like, all the like grease and shit, it's just it's not. And we couldn't eat the candy, we couldn't eat the gum. They was telling us the gum is laxative, which I still think it is laxative. I don't know if they lied about that, and I still haven't figured that out. But so I'm just like, I'm basically going hungry. Then after that, we got sectioned into our little groups for the next few days, because reception is about like a week. So they put us in our little groups for the next week, I guess. For those next few days, I had a blast, y'all. I had a blast. Like, I met friends that I still am friends with to this day, because we picked the same job, we went through the same online mic program, and I'm still friends with them to this day. Now, like, most of them, that's a whole nother story. So then the day before we leave to go to online mic comes up. So they're putting everybody into their little groups to leave for basic. And they're calling everybody's name and stuff like that. My name doesn't get called. I'm like, so that day, earlier that day, they were just like, Williamson, do you have shoes that we issued? I'm like, yes. Another drill sergeant, Williamson, do you have shoes? I'm like, yes. Why do y'all keep asking me this? But after that, my name doesn't get called, so I get bold. I'm like, I walk up to the drill sergeant. I'm like, why wasn't my name called? They're like, do you have shoes? I'm like, yes. I told 2 other drill sergeants that. Cause now at this point, like, are y'all not communicating? Don't ask me a question if y'all not gonna like communicate with each other. I hate that with a passion. So they're like, oh shoot. They put me on another ship list without my friends. I didn't know nobody in the ship list. My friends over there in a 1 ship list. Basically a ship list is like a list of people that's shipping. When you're in a certain ship list, like, you're gonna be with those people. If you're in another ship list, you're gonna be with those people. It's no like, I tried to ask, hey, can I like go over there? They're like, no. And it was this mean, I would never forget this mean drill sergeant in reception. I think her name was Drill Sergeant Reyes. Everybody knows about her. I think she had got beat up. So I think some trainees had put locks in a pillowcase and beat her up because she was so mean. She literally was so mean to a girl that at reception, like literally they had the stall closed down. I think it was a few seconds before I came. They had the stall closed down because, so after that drill sergeant made her, they whooped her. So I got on the ship list. I was so upset. Like, my friends, they wrote me notes like, it's gonna be okay, keep pushing. Speaking of, I still got my notepad from reception. Literally, I'm just gonna read y'all a few notes. Like, I literally have the notes from reception. Like, literally. I was just talking about how it was outside and it felt like 54 degrees, mind y'all. Compared to the cold I went through, that's nothing. Like, it was so much. Like, and I had almost I almost got kicked out from my mouth. Oh my God. So literally in the bay, it was literally like on one side and then, you know, on the other side. And of course, you know, I was with the, so, and it's no like type of racism or nothing like that, but it was just like, if that's what you're used to, you know, you're coming straight from home. Like, we weren't, I mean, I'm used to being around, but a lot of people aren't used to like integrating with other races. So automatically they set it up like that. So, you know, my side was a little obnoxious, but that side would be very obnoxious too. So one day, like, I was just talking, we was packing to get to leave for on our mic and stuff like that. And I'm talking, and it was this girl who got her shoelaces taken and stuff like that because she was on watch, if you know what that means, watch. Because I guess it was too much for her, and I'm not down to people who go through stuff, but that girl was faking. She just didn't want to be there. She was like, my boyfriend misses me, my cat misses me, I just can't do this. Like, just overly, like, just too much. Like, girl, you should have never even joined. Like, I don't know why your recruiter even let you join. She has the nerve to walk up and say, shut the fuck up.
Oh!
Screamed it. Not screamed in my face, but screamed it around me while I was talking. So, since she took it there, I took it to hell. I did. And a lot of people said that I was wrong, but you know what I said? I don't know if I can say it, but I don't want to get canceled for saying this. Let me just, before I say this, let me just tell you, that girl was a bad person. And I never joke about this type of stuff because I've had mental health issues to where I wanted to myself too. I mean, but I said, how about you just go? I did. Only because she took it to hell. That was too far. That was too far. So she ran and she told the drill sergeant. Her friend was saying she was having a panic attack because it was loud in there. Mind you, I was not the only one talking. If y'all knew me, I don't talk a lot and I don't like being loud. Loud bothers me. I hate people that are loud. I don't like being loud. I hate that loud shit. Like, it bothers me. Like, it really does. So I'm like, you walk past all the people that is talking loud and you come to little old innocent me and tell me to shut the fuck up? Baby, I had to do it to you. So she ran, she cried, she went and told the drill sergeant. The drill sergeant's like, who said it? Everybody on my side, like, we didn't say a word. And nobody over there knew who said it. Like, they was just saying, they was pointing at the drill sergeant was like, we're gonna have to find out who it is. Whoever it is gonna get kicked out, blah, 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 blah. Nobody said a word. Nobody cared after that because it's just like, okay, we're not gonna say nothing. So what you gonna do, kick the whole bay out? and nobody knows who it was. So, but fast forward, the next day we get into our ship lines, and my friends leave to go to 09, and I'm still there. I'm just like, I gotta stay another week. It was girls that was there for months because they had like they found out they were anemic there. People got on profile there. Like, it was people. I'm like, no way, I gotta stay there for another week. Are you serious? Like, no. Like, I was just like, oh my god. 30 minutes go past. They like, y'all come on. I'm like, this is me and my friends. Like, I'm over here excited. Like, okay, bet. So we go on the bus. They like, put your head down, and stuff like that. I'm just like, ooh. Like, I don't know. That kind of stuff like excites me because I'm just like, oh, we about to get started. Like, this is what I've been waiting for. Like, literally. They're like, put your head down, don't look at nothing, don't look outside the window, everything like that. The ride is about like 25 minutes, so I'm like low-key falling asleep. So then we get there, like, get off the bus. Mind you, the bus is like right here. Where we had to be at is like, mind you, it's a hill all the way down here. Mind you, we have our bags that we brought from home, plus the 2 duffel bags that we had from reception. So we had these 2 big ass duffel bags, and I had a little small duffel bag because I'm just extra. I had a small duffel bag with me too. So I got one on my back, one on my front, one duffel bag on my front, and one that I'm carrying. I'm just like, everybody's like, they're like, run faster. People falling. Like, I'm just like, this is too much. So we get there, they just like, talking on this podium. I just did it. This is what you're supposed to be doing for the next 3 weeks. Like, looking at hindsight, it's like, bro, this is so extra. Like, it's literally, we're not even at basic yet. It's just 09. Like, y'all are tripping. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, being a big army, if I see the drill sergeant, I'll be like, bro, get the fuck out of my face. Like, get out my face. No disrespect. Y'all work hard for y'all hat, but I'm just saying, like, a lot of the drill sergeants that were like extra mean, they were pussies in real life. So they're yelling and screaming, this is what you're supposed to be doing, da-da-da. So after that, we had to dump all our stuff out. They went through our stuff, making sure we had no contraband. They were like, you're only gonna have 30 seconds to call whoever you need to call. You got 30 seconds, do it now. Mind you, we got to turn on our phone. Turn on the phone, take like 30 seconds alone. So I'm like, I'm calling my mom. I'm like, Mom, I don't have that much time. I'm like, I don't have that much time. And they're like, get off the phone. I'm like, I'm gonna talk to you later. Like, it was so dramatic, but it was actually like, I'm not a crier, but that was very emotional because I'm just like, wow, like, y'all are really like doing this to me. So they going through the stuff. I asked my drill sergeant a question, and she said she had already answered it, so she made me do push-ups in front of everybody. I was doing push-ups in front of everybody. I'm like, no way, this is how it's gonna be for the next 2 weeks. I thought this lady was the meanest drill sergeant ever. So we pack all our stuff. They're giving us a tour. She was the nicest drill sergeant ever. Like, I forgot her name. She was a Hispanic lady, a Hispanic drill sergeant. Like, she was so nice. Like, she was a really cool drill sergeant. So for that whole time during 09, like, what you had to do is we basically woke up at 5 a.m. did PT from like, I think formation was 5:30. Did PT from 5:30 to 6:30. Then we went to breakfast from like, what was it, like 6:50 till like 8 o'clock. Then we went to school at 8:30 till 4. Y'all, the hardest part, because I get a lot of questions about like how old I was, what's the hardest part? The hardest part was trying not to go to sleep. Literally, trying not to go to sleep. Like, sitting there, like, literally working out and sitting there trying to learn math and reading and words for hours. And mind you, they're like, if you go to sleep, you're getting recycled. Now, it's scary because my ass, I never went to sleep. That I would like go to sleep with one eye open, one eye closed. Like I would be so tired. Like, people would be so tired, but I feel like I was really exhausted. And then, no, y'all, I was bae boss. They love me though. They love me. I got chosen as bae boss. If y'all know, baby boss is not a good job. Like, it's literally, at first, like, it was just like, oh shoot, because you know, we didn't have no PG roles in 09 Mike. So it was like, I'm like, oh shit, like, I'm baby boss. Y'all, I almost got into fights, and I forgot about that. I almost got into fights in 09 Mike. I cut so many people out because, y'all, when it comes to fire guard is literally where you will probably fight the most about. To the point where the drill sergeant fired me, and she was like, I know it's not your fault, but you know, since I'm gonna put the people that's been complaining on fire guard and just see how it is. Yeah, they ended up hating their job. Like, now y'all know how it feels, because y'all tried to snitch on me. Well, now you know how it feels. And I was baby boss with this girl. I hated her. Let me try to think of her name. The drill sergeant there was Drill Sergeant Lopez. Loved her. But I'm trying to think of the girl. Martinez. If I see another Martinez, I swear to God. I hated, and hate is a strong word. Let me not say hate. I strongly dislike this girl so much because she was such a bitch. Like, she voted for, man, I can't even say that. Oh my god, I cannot say that. She was not a good person. Like, she literally was just like a liar. She lied about everything. She was fake. She talked about everybody, then she would be friends in their face. Like, she would tell, like, first day of us being baby boss, to get the girls to quiet down, she said, shut the fuck up. I'm like, ooh. So people like, who the fuck is you? First day, like, you got some balls. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So I was baby boss. Terrible job. I will never do it again. During those 3 weeks, you're studying, working out. Like, I promise you, my 09 Mike experience was worse than basic. They treated us like we was in damn Marines. Like, I'm just like, they had us doing exercises with our face down in the dirt. They had, when it was pouring raining, I had gel in my hair and stuff like that. Pouring raining, not like drizzle. You know, since we're in the Army, I've dealt with being in the rain and shit like that. I'm talking about pouring raining like it was a damn tornado outside. And mind you, it was like, at that time, it was like max 50 degrees outside. They had us face up doing fucking flutter kicks. I got like stuff running down my eyes. I'm like telling, like, I'm kind of like trying to suck it up, but I'm like, yo, this, I'm like trying to, I tell someone, I'm like, my eyes are burning. Like, all the product is getting to my eyes. They're like, shut up, I don't care. I'm like, yo, mind you, we ain't never did that shit, Macy. Like, I'm just like we staring up in the sky like the whole time for PT doing flutter kicks. Burnt, like, it's just pouring rain. I'm like, yo, what the hell? But the phone time was good on the mic. We got like an hour plus in phone time. We did have a lot of drill sergeants that would like put us down because they'll be like, y'all couldn't even pass the test. Like, why are y'all even a drill sergeant here if y'all gonna just put people down about passing the test? They automatic people. This is the thing people don't understand. People that fail the ASVAB are not dumb people. It's just a lot of people have different learning styles. Like, I met some of the smartest people in ODOM, like, literally. We just, taking a test is just not for me. And mind you, I went to college. I went to one of the most prestige HBCUs at that. I just can't take a test. Like, my test taking skills is just not good. But now since I've learned better, I kind of know how to take the test better. Then it finally came down to take the test. I was so scared. Like, if you didn't pass the test, you're gonna get recycled and have to do this all over again for the next 3 weeks. I'm like, I cannot be here. I'm like, I'm going to church with my friends. I'm like, I cannot come back and do this again. So during that time, you know, I was studying, but then I didn't want to overstudy. So that next day, test, you got drill sergeants saying, like, pranking people saying, oh, you didn't pass. It's like, no, you passed. Or like saying, telling your score, like they was telling your scores out loud in front of everybody while we was taking the test. Like, this girl, she went to the back to ask for her score. He said, you gotta, meaning she got an 11. And they weren't playing. So when I got to my table, I was just like, I was looking like mad because I'm like, don't play with me. I can't deal with nobody playing with me right now. It was like, oh yeah, you good. You got a 56. I'm like, okay, dang. Now it came down to picking a job. So my job choices that I wanted was, I wanted 92 Yankees so bad. If y'all can't tell, I'm such a prissy. I'm a girly girl, I'm pretty, all of that stuff. So I'm over here looking for and kind of for me, like I had one of the highest like scores. Like I'm not gonna say the highest, but I was in the higher type of range. So I'm like expecting for us to have good jobs. I'm seeing field artillery. I'm seeing infantry. Correctional officer. 31 Bravo. No hate, because if I didn't choose the job I ended up choosing, it would have ended up being a 31 Bravo. Cavalry Scout. I'm like, oh my God, like, then I'm just like, okay, let me keep watching. 88 Mike. I'm like, you know, I didn't plan on driving trucks, but it seemed like a dope job. Like, I mean, hey, it's one of the better jobs, you know. So I ended up getting 88 Mike. So I didn't choose my duty station because I knew I was getting married, and my husband was already in, and I know he chose his duty station, so I was just gonna be with him. So now it's time for me to go to basic. So next day we're getting prepared to, like, we're packing and stuff like that, getting prepared to leave. So the day after that, which is like a Monday or something, or a Tuesday or something like that, bringing our stuff downstairs, getting put in our ship lines based on what job we got. Because if you got certain jobs, you were going to Fort Sill or Fort Leonardwood for basic. Mind you, y'all, it's getting a little cold, so it was already cold in Fort Jackson. So I don't know, felt bad for them. So I'm seeing friends that I didn't see since reception. I'm seeing them getting put in my lawn. So I'm like excited, like, hey, like we're about to be together and stuff like that. It's just amazing. So now we're bringing our stuff to the bus. My heart's dropping. I got my phone. I'm trying to like sneak and test my phone because they're like, make sure you keep your phone in your bag. Our drill sergeant was so cool. He was like, the drill sergeant that was watching us before we got on the bus, he was like, y'all can pull out your phone if y'all want. Like, I don't care. So, moment of truth. We see these white buses rolling in. My heart, I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared. Like, I'm literally a little scared. So, all we hear is screaming, go, 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 go. Get on the bus, get on the bus. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, when I get nervous, I smile. I have to stop doing that. I have to get the habit of doing that. But not anymore, because who the fuck gonna check me now? We got on the bus, got our duffel bag in the front, duffel bag in the back, and our personal bag. So they're like, put your head down. Don't look out the window. Don't do nothing. So we on the bus, got our head down. It was kind of a short ride. It was probably like 7 minutes. Then they're like, get out the bus, get out the bus. Running, running, running. And they're like, all you hear is boom, cannons going off, gunshots going off. Just like the whole theatrics. Like, I'm just like, wow, like this is, a lot of people were crying, but I was just like, wow, like this is really, y'all did nice with this. Like y'all really put in work for this. This is a great little thing y'all got going on. So they're like, get in formation, da da da. So I kind of did ROTC in college, so for the Air Force. I did ROTC in college, so I knew what a formation. I was kind of familiar with a lot of the stuff that we did in basic. So they're like, get a formation. And a lot of people, some people didn't know what formation was, because now we're integrated with people that's coming straight from reception, not just 09. So we're getting some formation. Then they were having us run from one place to another place to another place, running to another place, like just bombs going off. They're showing us how the ACFT works, the things that we're gonna do for the next 10 weeks. They had us unbutton our sleeves so we can have air and stuff running through. So throughout this time that we're running from place to place, they're like making us sit down and drink water and then telling us to put it back up. It's just like a lot. Now we get to our company. We run to our company. We lost a lot of people during that time. I had this girl, she quit right then and there. It was people that rolled their ankle. It's a lot of people that got hurt during that time, but it's because like some people haven't worked out in ever or in a long time, so they're not used to the stuff that we were doing, running from place to place to place to place to place. Like, we get to our company and they start like putting us in our platoons and stuff like that. So as they're like putting us in our platoon, I'm trying so hard not to laugh. Like, my face is like people, like when people be screaming and trying to make themselves look hard, I get a kick out of it, because it's like, I can tell your heart is not in it. Like, you're not that type of person for real. Like, and then people were actually scared. Like, I'm just like, y'all are really scared? Like, really? And they called my name. I know that I was smiling, but I kept it on the deal, like, because if I would have been like this, or they would have caught me immediately, like, but I had a no chill face. So I was literally like biting the inside of my cheeks, like, I thought that was my face for a second. I'm literally like biting my tongue, like trying not to laugh, making all these crazy faces. But have a neutral face, for the love of God. Don't have an attitude. Just be a calm person. Do what they tell you to do, and your ride will be smooth. Like, you won't have no problems. Just have a neutral face. Don't talk back. I know it's people. I have an attitude problem, and I don't like certain people telling me what to do. But put that away. You knew what you was doing when you joined the army. Don't bring all that attitude. Nobody raised your right hand but you. So don't come doing that. It's not cute. So we get placed on our platoons and lay out all our stuff we got, and they got to check through it for contraband and stuff like that. So all the other platoons, their drill sergeant only giving them like 30 seconds or a minute to call their families. I had cool drill sergeants. They're like, I'm not gonna do all this screaming. Like, it's no point in screaming at y'all. It's like, y'all are adults. Like, it's no point. It's too much just to scream. Like, it's not that deep. And I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, yes. So they're like, you get 5 minutes to call your folks. Like, I know this is a lot stressful, so you get 5 minutes. Here's some Ziploc bags. After you're done, just turn it off. Make sure your phone is charged. When you leave your house to go to reception or whatever, try to, like, make sure your phone is charged. Then after that, we go to the bay, and we start learning some basic rank, what the ranks are, trying to learn the Army Creed. Now in 09 Mike, they taught us the Army Creed and the Army song. So the people that went to 09 Mike were kind of ahead of the people that went to reception, of course, because we had to do that every morning, every night. So at first, when I first got to basic, it was hot. I ended up getting to basic around the first week of November or the second week of November. It was a little toasty, but the weather was like flip-floppy, like, because in 09 Mike, it was cold day, really cold days or really hot days. So at first I'm like, I can't, this heat is some crazy. Like, the level of hatred I have for gnats, I hate gnats with a passion. We stand at attention, and like, they're teaching us like all the preparatory drills for like when it comes to exercise. You know, you got the bend the reach, like all of that shit. So they're teaching us that. We already knew that from 09 Mike, but they're teaching it to people because they're thinking that we all come from, like, they know that some of us come from 09, but they don't know who. So they teach everybody like all the preparatory drills for exercises. So we gotta send that attention when they're talking. It's fucking gnats like everywhere, and I'm like trying not to have a panic attack because everybody's swatting. They're like, stop moving, and I'm like, swat. I'm like, y'all not gonna tell me to stop swatting these gnats. It's like a million gnats around in the grass, because mind you, had just rained. So, you know, that's when it bugs out the most. I get yelled at for swatting the gnats. I'm like, I don't care. Then after that, I started like establishing my dominance when it comes to being in the platoon. And you're gonna learn, when being a woman, especially a black woman, you really have to put your foot down with a lot of stuff, because people aren't gonna take you seriously. They literally aren't gonna take you seriously when it comes to a lot of stuff. They don't believe that you're athletic. They don't believe you can shoot. They don't believe you can do a lot of stuff, because they just think you're weak. Or if you're a woman, they just think you're weak. So I ended up becoming PG. I was head PG. My drill sergeant elected me PG. It was like literally crazy. I mean, I kind of knew I was gonna be PG, but it was just like, wow. But you know, most people will be scared to get up in front of the platoon, but I wasn't really scared. Like, I went up to the platoon. I'm like, okay, I gotta establish dominance because they're gonna try to run over me. So they knew who to play with. I had another assistant PG. They loved him. He was a boy. He was nice though. He was cool. He was real cool. But of course, they like, at first they tried to like come to him with all the problems and stuff like that, because they thought I didn't know anything. I'm like, what the hell? But they started seeing like I was the top of the platoon. Like, I had the best. I had the highest. I think I had the highest. I did have the highest PT score in my platoon. I had a 580. I always had the highest PT score for all the females in my entire company. Every single time we took the PT test, every single time I was the strongest. I wasn't the fastest, but I was definitely the strongest, most agile. I had the best attitude. Like a lot of the females were worried about finding love. I had my love already. By that time, I was about to get married, so I'm like, I don't need nobody in here because I got my man at home. Like, during that time, like, mail days was the best. Literally, we would get mail. I'm not gonna lie, they would try to withhold our mail from us. They're supposed to give us mail every day, or at least pass it out every day. They would pass it out maybe once a week, if not once every 2 weeks. And it's like good pros and cons, because you let the mail stack up, then when they hand it out, you can have a whole bunch of letters. But then the cons, it's like, okay, mind you, they barely let us get phone time compared to the other companies and stuff like that. We only would get, I think our most we ever got was an hour, but that was like because we had to win a whole bunch of stuff. But we would mainly get 10 minutes to 15 minutes of phone time. That's nothing. That goes by like this. We got 30 minutes one time. Our drill sergeants hated giving us our phone, like literally. So yeah, when it came to phone time, they hated giving us phone time. They'd be like, okay, starting off in the morning, they were like, y'all starting off with 1 hour. Oh, somebody's talking. Y'all lost 30 minutes. Oh, somebody was late to formation. Y'all lost another 30 minutes. I'ma just give y'all 5 minutes. Like, what? Basic training is not hard. It's just when it comes to your battle buddies, we'll f you over. Literally. The first 72 hours, that's where I learned to not like a lot of people, because during that time, when you go through the first 72 hours, that's when they're like really cracking down, discipline. Literally like discipline the whole entire time. So we were doing shower drills. Shower drills was crazy. Like, so you would line up, so in the female bay, it was all the females from the whole entire company in one bay. So like 60 girls. So we lined up our platoon. So it was like first platoon, second platoon, third platoon, fourth platoon. I was in fourth platoon. So they'll have all the first platoon females going there. You got like, I think it was like 5 minutes or less to take a shower. Then they blow the horn. So then second platoon runs in and has to try to, mind you, some girls will try to like still try to take a shower when it's not their turn. Like let's say first platoon went in, one first platoon female or some first platoon females will still be trying to take a shower when second platoon is trying to take a shower too. So that would cause fights. Third platoon, fourth platoon. By the fourth platoon, we get the worst of the worst. Like it's dirt everywhere. Like they would try to flip and do fourth platoon first, third, second, first. Like that was crazy. Then when you ran out, you had to be like everything, shirt tucked in, shower shoes, hair still put up in a ponytail, hair in rags and stuff like, or in a bun, and stuff like that. Don't leave your locker open. Gosh, please don't. They would literally have a board right here. They'll just be writing tallies. If one person had their shirt untucked, tally. Your drawstring to your shorts tucked in, tally. Like tally, 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 tally.
Oh.
Like somebody left their locker, flipped, tally. Like by the end of that, you have to toe the line. That tally, those tallies rack up, and those tallies are exercises.
Oh.
So if somebody's not doing the exercises right, tally. And it's not just that person that has to do it, it's everybody. So I'm sitting here like busting my ass. We doing flutter kicks, planks, push up, they'll push up. Like that, cause you have to repeat it. So they'll be like, they'll push up, drill sergeant. Like you have to repeat it like that. They'll push up, drill sergeant. They'll flutter kick, drill sergeant. All of that stuff. So you doing that. Girls that's not used to working out, so they're barely doing it. So start over. So at this point, we all arguing like, do the damn exercises. Like the girl, it sounded a mess in there. First night after that, so mind you, by the time after you get done taking a shower, the floor all sandy and dirty, so you dirty. It's just like the first night we didn't take a shower though. I forgot to say that. It was no taking a shower. So that first night, they didn't let us take a shower. Mind you, we was running all day. So we go to sleep. I had the first bed right by the door, by the fire guard desk and everything. So I was sleeping. Something told me to wake up. I'm like looking, it's dark. I hear a drill sergeant walk in, making their rounds, because you know they got fire guard and you got that drill sergeants have to make their rounds through all the bays. I hear, oh, hell no, turn these lights on. I'm like, no, please. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. We gotta be up at 4. I'm like, please, no. Like, I hear, who the fuck told you could take a shower? We find out this girl snuck and took a shower. And some people might be like, nah, that's something I would do. No, it was this one girl, she was taking a shower. Like, you should, girl, just take your L. Take your L. I was just like, oh my gosh, so they made us the push-up. Like, we just like, the push-up, just like out of our sleep. Had to hurry up and throw our sandals on. Like, it was crazy. So then we got the new fire guard. People are arguing about fire guard. People weren't cleaning up on fire guard. So the floors will still be dirty. The toilets will still be filthy. Mirrors not clean, sink not clean. You know what they did? Our drill sergeants took sandbags and poured it all over the floor. They got some soap and put clean me all over the damn mirror. Like, it was crazy. Like, it was crazy. But there were those times like you make the most friends. Like, you start trauma bonding with people. I'm telling you, I had my 2 girls, like, they was my dogs. They was my dogs, like, literally. If I didn't have them, I would have not made it. And yes, you're gonna make friends in basic. Like, everybody has one person that they click with automatically in basic. During that time, after that, like, you know, it starts getting better. You enter red phase, which is mainly like the physical portion of everything. I got picked for most of the events because I think me and Wilson was one of the most athletic females in the whole company. So we was always getting picked for stuff to do. So it was fun because it was just like, that was one of my favorite phases. I love red phase. I'm good at being able to control my own body. Like, if it's physical, I can do it. We went on company runs. They was saying every Thursday, but that slowly faded. We would do like 2 miles, and at the time I thought 2 miles was bad until I got to AIT. We went on 4 miles, 3 miles, 3.5 miles, 4 miles in the freezing cold. So at this time, it's starting to get colder and colder. During red phase, we're going on first field exercise. The hammer is about 5 miles. 5 miles there, 5 miles back. PGs, they sit in the middle, and then the rest of the platoon stands on the side. So we walk in the middle with our weapon, and then the rest of the platoon stands on the side. It's below freezing. We have on our helmet. We can't have like our beanie on with our helmet. So we got our helmet, we got our gloves. We have to wear those gloves that were issued to us. Them gloves are trash. Like, if literally feels like it's nothing on your hands, I'd rather just have nothing on my hands. So while I'm walking, I'm crying, like, cause my fingers start burning. Like, they start burning while and mind you, I got my rucksack on, got my weapon. Nobody sees me. It's pitch black because we stepped off and started working at like 4 in the morning. Nobody sees me, so I'm just like, I'm just crying because my hands are burning and I can't touch them because I'm like getting frostbite, so it burns when I touch it. It's like, so it's sticking together. Like, I was boohoo crying, and I just like, something was like telling me just go, like, move your hands so you can get the blood flowing, because I felt like my blood was freezing. It hurt so bad. Then everything starts getting better. You warm up, you get hot fast when you start working. So that the coldness didn't last long. It was probably like 20 degrees when we started walking. Then we got to our little campsite or wrecking site or whatever, to where we're gonna sleep at. That was fun. I'm not gonna lie. The hammer, even though it was freezing, it was fun. Like, literally, the anvil was fun. 4 was just boring. So we do that night. That night, we literally, that's when we learned to pee outside. Because they would tell us we could go to the porta potty, but it was so far. It was so far. Like, who's gonna walk if you gotta pee? Who's gonna walk? Nobody's gonna walk like all the way down there. So we set up our sleeping bags. When you get to bed, you're gonna learn how to set up your sleeping bags based on your platoon. So as a PG, I had to make sure, like, it's this thing, you still have to pull fire guard in the woods. Yes, y'all, I didn't know that. So they're telling us, like, PGs, y'all don't have to stay up, but make sure it's somebody pulling fire guard, because if you think about it, like, if it's an enemy coming, somebody has to be able to keep watch while everybody's sleeping. You get paired up with 2 people, between one of y'all 2. If y'all want to do like every 2 hours or every hour, somebody has to stay up. You're not gonna get sleep during these field exercises. You're not. We're doing that. I go to sleep because I tell everybody, we gotta tell everybody the password so that nobody can come in. I get woken up at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh.
Mind you, it's like, this is in the woods, 10 degrees. I'm freezing cold, like, so in a sleeping bag, it's real warm. Like, you'll be hot, like sweating almost. I'll get woken up and I feel that breeze touch my face. My other PG's like, the first sergeant said, if we don't control what's going on, because everybody was asleep, if we don't wake people up, then we're gonna all have to do fire guards.
Oh.
I'm like, what the fuck? So I have to walk around. I'm walking around my weapon for hours in the freezing cold, just walking around, crazy. So we walked back, blah, blah, blah. Then for the next few weeks, we enter white phase. I hated white phase. Shooting, I hate shooting. I hated white phase, mainly because it was so cold. Range days are so long. It's stupid long. Like, I hate the range. Then we did, during white phase, it's the anvil, basically. So the hammer is one night. You stay out there for one night. The anvil is 2 nights. It was freezing cold with the anvil, but it wasn't as cold as the damn hammer. The anvil was fun too. You know, I got to pick my friends to do fire guard and build a foxhole. That's when we learned how to build a foxhole. Literally, like, it was fun. It was so fun. You learn a lot of training exercises there as well. But yeah, white phase lasted a long time. So we went home right after we went to white phase. So if you don't know, when you go to basic during like the winter, like if your basic goes through December, you're gonna have this thing called holiday block leave. In basic, it's like victory block leave, because their motto is victory starts here or whatever. But it's holiday block leave where you go home for 2 weeks, spend time with your family, then you come back to basic. So I was counting down them days to go home, like literally, because I was there since October. Like, so I'm just like, I can't wait to go home. Everybody's like, we can't wait to go home. We can't wait to go home. That's all we think about. Like, okay, let's just keep pushing until we got home. Our graduation date was February. When they told us our graduation date was February, I'm like, that shit sounds like it's never gonna come. Like, imagine coming in November and then like knowing your date is February. It's no reason. It's just because HBL was 2 weeks, so that takes up most of your time. So we went home. I got married. Woo! I got married, came back. Coming back sucked so bad. Like, knowing that you have to come back to basic. You had your phone, all the freedom in the world. You did everything. And now you have to get everything stripped back away from you. That sucked. And so if I could choose to do basic, I would never go back in the winter. Like, people think, okay, coming home, having a break is good, but having to come back. And it wasn't just like having to come back for a week. I had to come back for another month and some change. Like, that was crazy. But then that night that I came back, I'm like, you gotta lock in. It's only 5 more weeks, 5 more Sundays. 5 more, literally. You can do this. Really 4. Because the last week don't count. Really 3. Because start getting easier. Like, I'm just like, me and my friends like, okay, we gotta lock in. It's gonna be over. This is not something that's gonna last. So after we came back, that's when we did the anvil. We had an ACFT that next week as well. Ace that bitch. I got a high score for my ACFT. Then we did a lot more shooting stuff. We had to qualify, which is basically when you qualify, you shoot at pop-up targets 50 meters away, 100, 200, 250, 150, 300, and you have to shoot. And it's okay. Most people that have never shot always like our whole company, some didn't qualify. If you don't qualify, you don't pass. But they're gonna try their best to make sure that you qualify. It was some just trying to even shooting 4 people and pretending like it was the person that did it. Like, if you're a good person, they're gonna do everything they can to make sure that you graduate. They're not gonna just not graduate you for no reason. It's only if you're a terrible person and you didn't try. Also, when you go to basic, don't be one of those people that just go on profile for nothing. Like, or just always going to sit call. You go to sit call too much, your ass gonna get recycled. Because they're gonna end up finding something. Like, I know with my cycle, cycle that I went with, it was people going to sit call. They was finding stuff. Medboard, not even medboard. Chapter. When you get chapter, you stay there until after your cycle graduates. In February, you will be there still after you will watch me graduate because you wanted to like not put in the work. It's different if something's actually wrong with you. Now, if something's actually wrong with you and you have to go to sick call, go to sick call, please. Now, if you're just using it as an excuse to take a break or not want to do something, be careful with that, because I did do that. I did it once. I went to sick call twice. My whole time from 09, all of that stuff, I went to sick call twice. Once because I was just tired. My body was just tired, and I just needed a profile for like one day. Luckily, I told them, hell nah, I don't want no x-ray, don't do nothing, just give me some ibuprofen. I can't, my knee hurts, just give me a profile for 2 days. That's it. Don't be trying to find your love in basic, like literally. It's not worth it. Don't do that. Most of y'all be having boyfriend, girlfriend, wives, husband at home. Don't do that. So after that, we did a whole bunch of more shooting drills, and white phase was finally over. Now comes blue phase. Blue phase was the phase, basically the last phase, because after that is red, white, and blue phase. But blue phase is basically like the easy phase. It's basically like the only thing that you really have to do in blue phase is the forage. Now the whole time you are in basic, all you're gonna hear about is the forage, the forage, the forage, the forage. They make it seem like it's so scary because it's a 10-mile walk there, 10-mile walk back. The only one that counts is the walk back, and yes, you still have to walk there. Rucking is not a joke. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you have to be strategic when it comes to rucking. For all my girlies, we have hips and stuff like that. Our hip bone structure is made differently than males. Put all your heavy stuff at the top and put all the light stuff at the bottom. Trust me. We literally reconstruct our rucksacks because, like, to make it to where it's not that heavy. Make sure everything sits at the top too. Like, whatever you do, do not fall out of a ruck. It looks so bad. Literally, it's terrible. Don't get in that van. Keep walking. What I would do when I would ruck, I would just think about stories. Think about like all my memories and like talk out the memories. And mind you, I'm by myself in the middle. Cause mind you, I was PG the whole time. I was PG basically the whole entire time during my cycle. But you're literally one step closer to being done. I had a calendar. I would write in my journal, stuff like that. Not while I was walking, of course, but during the time. So during the forge, you have the 10-mile ruck, Nick at night. You had the 3 days being out there. You have the field events. So our forge was actually, that's when it started to warm up. So we had pretty good weather for the forge. Nick ain't no joke. Nick is not a joke. Like, so Nick is basically when you're crawling with your weapon and you have shooting going over you and you're just high crawling, really low crawling. They made us low crawl. Low crawl is where you like lay your face in the dirt and you're just like scooting your body, and that's for, what was it, 100? I think it was 100 meters, and you crawling under barbed wire. Like, y'all, I had bruises everywhere because it's like you're going over like hills and stuff, like you falling, like it's so much, so hard. Like my body was so sore after that. Like everybody was so tired. I was so tired. I just wanted to get up and just walk. Like I was just like, I don't care. I just wanted to, but I didn't. Then after that, mind you got sand in places that you don't want to have sand in. Like it's literally, it was so nasty, like literally. But it was people that wasn't like, after that, people wasn't changing. Like I changed in my sleeping bag. I changed. I used to always change. Like drawers changed, bra changed, shirt changed, whole OCPs changed. Like it was people that kept on the same outfit from Nick throughout the whole forge. Like during the forge, you know, you still have to pull fire guard. That was crazy. You're eating MREs. My stomach was fucked. That's when I really learned how to do shit standing up in porta potty. I mean, it's like everybody's dealing with the same stuff, so it's not absurd. Like hearing it as a civilian, it might be like, oh my god, that sounds crazy, but everybody's doing the same stuff, so it's like, But overall, the Forge is pretty boring. Like, I wanted it to be fun. Like, you're supposed to go on missions and save people and all this stuff, but we was mainly in our foxhole sleeping, talking. I was talking to my friend, like, this is when I'm gonna have my wedding, writing in the journal and stuff like that. Then after that, after you're done with the Forge, you don't really have nothing else to do. You're packing, you're studying. We had this thing called end of course assessments, basically when you learn, where they test you on everything that you learned, but it's basically just to see what the drill sergeants taught you, and it doesn't count. They was like, if you don't pass this, you're getting recycled, blah, blah. They was telling us the answers while we was taking the test. You turn your weapons back in. They were like, if you don't clean your weapon all the way, you're getting recycled. They said that about everything, like, you're not gonna get recycled. A lot of times they say that, they're just trying to say it to scare you so you can take it seriously. Now, was I taking it seriously? Hell yeah. I was in that thing, cleaning my weapon like, They just don't want to have to do the work and do it for you. After the Forge, you go into red, white, and blue phase. And basically that time, you're just like packing, and it's a slow week. That week is so long. It's the week before you graduate. It's so long. Like, I feel like I was never gonna graduate. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, this week is taking so long. But then we were just counting down the days, writing on the calendar, all of this stuff. We would make a calendar. 3 more days, 4 more days, 2 more days. Y'all, I'm sorry. 1 more day. Like, it was just like so fun. Then it started to get cold. I ended up graduating basic training with, I didn't graduate basic training with my pinks and greens. I graduated with my OCPs in a rain jacket. It was so upsetting because all we did was we waited our whole cycle to wear our pinks and greens. It rained and it was cold. Like, and mind you, you have to sit there like in the cold, like not moving, because it's like you're in front of thousands of people, so you have to like stand at attention or stand at parade rest the whole time. Like, it was freezing cold. My hands were numb and red, like, and then you have to wait to get tapped out. It was crazy. But overall, I wouldn't change my experience for anything. Actually, yes, I would. If I could do basic again, I would not do it in the cold. The cold was the worst part of basic. You do not go in the cold, because you go in the cold basic, you go in the cold with AIT. You're not gonna be inside with AIT most of the time. You still gotta do a lot of stuff. And I have an AIT experience as well for that, because that's a whole nother video. If I do that too, this video is gonna be 2 hours long. But thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you guys have any more questions. This was a lot, but honestly, I don't regret my choice for going to the military. This literally saved my life. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
When a real one holds you down, babe, you supposed to drown. You ain't never fuck with no boss bitch. I turned you out. You won't catch me in no sharp boots. I burned them out.